Hi, my name's Lucia. I'm here to introduce to you the whiteboarding application of the Journey 14 panel. Our Journey 14 screen is an Android-based screen, and it has many different types of functions, such as being able to access the Chrome browser or wireless sharing, but one of the best features is the whiteboarding application. Off the bat, the whiteboarding application is installed on the screen. You can also find it in the applications down here. So we'll access it right here and open it. You can select different types of pens based down here. There's 3 different types of pen widths that you can select: thin, medium, or thick. And you have multiple different colors. So let's go with red. And you can write on it. You can use the magnetic pens to also write on the screen. So if I were to give a presentation right now, I can write down right on the screen. This can take a place of a normal whiteboard, but instead now it's a digital whiteboard. You can go on and you can switch the colors. You can also have multiple people writing at the same time. So let's say one person's over here writing and one person's over here. So the panel does support multi-touch, which allows multiple presenters to come in or collaborators to come in and write on the screen. Next, you have the erase button. So I can select erase. There's 2 options for erasers. You can either select objects, so I'll select those objects and erase them. You can also do a spot selection. So if I want to just erase a small area at a time, I can go ahead and erase like that. Additionally, we do also have built-in palm erase in this whiteboarding software. So you can use your palm. As you can see, I can erase like that, or if you have a dry erase board marker or eraser, you can also erase using the eraser. The next feature is the select tool. So if I were to draw, let's say, anything, I can click on the select tool and select my object right there. And now that gives me the ability to move it around, and I can also change the size and move around the object like that. There's also an undo and redo button. So if I were to make a mistake, let's say I want to draw a happy face and I draw a sad face, I can click the undo button to undo the last object, and I can fix it right there. The next 3 buttons over here, or the next 3 dots over here, is the More tab. So one of my personal favorites is changing the background. I can go in here and I can change the background to line paper, and there's a couple different selections that you can choose from. Additionally, I can also add a picture in here. So I can click Insert Picture. You can either access from your internal memory or your memory off of your USB drive. Let's pick something off of my USB drive over here, and let's go with these plant cells. I can then select it, move this around, and use this image for my lesson. If I want to erase everything off of my screen, just everything, there is a brushy tool right here. So if I click on this, it will allow me to erase everything on my screen. The plus button over here is if I want to add a new page. So let's say I have something on here. So we'll just write QOMO. And I want to add another page. I can click on the plus button and add a new page. If I want to look at all the pages I created, I click on the numbers down in the corner, and I can toggle between the different pages. Additionally, I can also toggle between the pages by using the arrow keys. So there are arrow keys on the side of your screen down here, and you can flip between different pages down there. You will see these 2 buttons. So one is a line and another button over here, and that's to retract your whiteboard. If I click on this, it minimizes my whiteboard, and I can go back to my home screen easily and navigate through my screen. Let's say I want to just retract the whiteboard, but I still want to write on the whiteboard. That's where this little flicker comes along. I can toggle between my screen and my whiteboard really easily, just like that. One awesome feature of the whiteboarding software is the ability to have built-in overlay annotation over any input. So if I have a document camera and I want to access it, I want to write on it, and I want to take this image and put it into my whiteboard, all I have to do is click on the side arrow key, go to my settings, and again you have your little widgets right here. So I'm going to take a screen clip, drag and drop. You see a couple icons pop up. One is it looks like a whiteboard, so that means you want this clip to go into your whiteboard. The other is cancel, and the other one is just a screen save snip. I want to put this in my whiteboard. So now I can go in, I can select, and I can move this around in my whiteboard. So now I have an image from a different input that I can pull directly into my whiteboard. Let's add a page right there. So additionally, let's say I want to go back and toggle back onto my document camera. I have the ability to do that and continue to write on here. And then toggle back to my whiteboard right there. And I can continue to write about the states. One feature I really do like on the overlay annotation is if I have a presentation, it gives me a really easy ability to write over any type of presentation just like how you would in a whiteboarding session, but instead of just having a blank whiteboard, you can go ahead and you can just overlay annotate on something. So let's pull up my PowerPoint right here. So I have a PowerPoint. I can go to it, and if I go through it and come to an interactive portion of it, like conjugation right here, I can go ahead, I can have someone come up, or I can fill it in. Let's erase that. And someone can come in right here and they can conjugate on the slide right there. This allows people to have guided whiteboarding sessions. When you're done with it, you can just either retract it or you can erase it. So let's erase this, and you can continue with your presentation. The last feature of the whiteboard that I wanted to show you is how to save your content. So again, let's go to more. You can save as your slides, and when you do save it, it gives you the option to save it internally onto your screen, or you can save it onto your USB drive. If you save it internally onto your screen, you go to your File Explorer to access your documents, which you can find on the Journey Part 1 training, or you can save it onto a USB drive. So I have my USB drive plugged into here, and I can automatically save it onto my USB drive as a PDF file or a PNG file. So let's save it as a PDF file. And now if I want to access it later, I can either eject my thumb drive and go to my computer and access it again, or I can go to my file manager, go to my USB. I see a magic or a whiteboard folder. Everything in your whiteboarding app gets saved into a whiteboarding folder. And then there will be the date that you saved it. So today is September 6th. Click on it. And then I have my PDF right there that I can access. So the whiteboarding app is extremely easy to use. It's effective. You can annotate on any input, any website, any application, and it's built right into the screen. So it's an all-in-one solution. If you have any more questions, you can visit us at www.qomo.com or email us at hello@qomo.com.